For more than a decade, Minecraft has been a world without limits. It's a blank canvas of blocks where the only real goal is the one you make for yourself. You mine, you build, you survive. But what happens when you've done it all? After you've slain the dragon, built a big base, and automated every farm you can think of? For a long time, the answer was, well, not much. The sandbox, as big as it was, had a pretty clear ceiling on how long it could keep you coming back. But what if one server decided to throw out the rulebook? What if a server pushed the game so far that it completely shattered the definition of what Minecraft could be? This is the story of a server that didn't just add new stuff to do, it created a whole new way to play, and in doing so, it changed everything. To really get it, we have to go back. Back before mega servers and flashy minigames were the norm. We have to go back to two creators, Simon Collins of Flame and Philip Touchette, better known as Hypixel and Rezzes. Before they ever launched a server, they were famous for building worlds. They were masters of the craft, creating some of the most complex and ambitious adventure maps the community had ever seen. Maps like Herobrine's Mansion weren't just collections of blocks. They were full-blown experiences, complete with stories, custom enemies, and wild redstone contraptions that pushed the game to its breaking point. So on April 13th, 2013, they launched a server. It wasn't some grand plan to build a gaming empire. At first, it was just supposed to be a lobby, a place where players could hang out and easily jump into adventure maps they were known for. But to keep people from getting bored while they waited, they threw in a few small, custom-coded side games. They had absolutely no idea those little side games were about to become the main event. The server opened with just a few games. One of them was Quakecraft, a super fast-paced shooter where you used a special railgun to launch yourself around the map. It was chaotic, skill-based, and completely different from anything you could do in regular Minecraft. It wasn't a survival game anymore. It was a high-octane action game wearing a Minecraft skin. Soon, other games like The Walls and Paintball were added, each one a unique, self-contained competition. And just like that, they had stumbled upon the solution to Minecraft's endgame problem. Instead of one long, slow adventure, Hypixel was offering dozens of quick, adrenaline-pumping contests. The server wasn't just a world, it was an arcade. You could log on, jam out 5 rounds of a game in 20 minutes and log off. This was a revolutionary idea at the time. The real magic wasn't just in the game ideas, but the tech behind them. These weren't clunky redstone machines, they were powered by custom plugins that allowed for things like score tracking, matchmaking, and complex game mechanics. They were using Minecraft's simple, blocky engine to build polished, professional-feeling games. While most other servers were still focused on survival or factions, Hypixel was building something that felt more like a modern gaming platform. The minigames, first created as a simple distraction, became so popular that the entire focus of the server shifted. The adventure maps were put on the back burner. The age of the minigame had officially begun. A server is just code without players, and what happened next launched Hypixel into the stratosphere. YouTubers found it. Content creators, always on the hunt for the next big thing, struck gold with Hypixel's minigames. The format was a perfect match for videos. The games were fast, easy for viewers to understand, and created non-stop moments of high-stakes action and hilarious fails. Suddenly, millions of people were watching their favorite creators fight to be the last one standing in Sky Wars or defend their base in Bed Wars, a game where losing your bed means you can't respawn. These weren't just games, they were content-generating machines, creating a fresh, compelling story in every single match. This kicked off a massive feedback loop. YouTubers played the games, which brought in tens of thousands of new players. More players meant a bigger community and more intense competition, which gave YouTubers even more content to make. The server's player count exploded. By 2015, unofficial reports claimed it was costing nearly $100,000 a month just to keep everything running. It wasn't just a popular Minecraft server anymore. It was a cultural phenomenon and a central pillar of the Minecraft community. It had become the place to be, and its success completely changed what a Minecraft server could even aspire to become. Going from a few hundred players to hundreds of thousands is a technical nightmare. To handle the insane loads, Hypixel had to become an innovator behind the scenes. They developed one of the most advanced anti-cheat systems in Minecraft, called Watchdog, to ensure fair play. They built an incredibly robust server infrastructure that could handle record-breaking numbers, eventually peaking at over 216,000 players online at once in April 2021. The games also got bigger and more ambitious. In 2019, Hypixel released Skyblock. This wasn't just another minigame, it was a massive MMO-like experience with its own economy, skill progression, and a persistent world to explore. It was so deep and intricate that it basically became a game within the game, pulling in a huge chunk of the server's player base. This level of scale and professionalism caught some very important eyes. In 2020, the team behind the server, and now an official company called Hypixel Studios, was acquired by Riot Games, the developer behind the global sensation League of Legends. While the Minecraft server itself is still independently owned by the founders, the acquisition was a massive vote of confidence in their vision and technical skill. A small project started by two mapmakers was now in the same league as the biggest names in the industry. So why did this one server change everything? Because Hypixel didn't just make new games, it created an entirely new way to play. Before Hypixel, multiplayer Minecraft was mostly about sharing one world together. Hypixel proved it could be a launchpad for countless different experiences. It shifted the community's focus from long-term survival to short-term competitive fun. Its legacy is everywhere. Today, the Minecraft server world is dominated by minigames, and almost all of them are standing on the shoulders of the giant that Hypixel built. Concepts like Bed Wars and Skywars are now considered their own genres within Minecraft, copied by thousands of other networks. It set a new standard for quality and creativity that other servers are still trying to match. It launched the careers of a generation of content creators and built a community of millions. Perhaps the ultimate expression of this ambition was Hytale. Developed by Hypixel Studios, Hytale was a standalone game from the creative limits of Minecraft. It was an attempt to build a brand new sandbox from scratch, with all the tools for modding and creating minigames baked in from the very beginning. However, after a long development period, the project was officially cancelled in June 2025, with the studio unable to realize its massive vision. Hypixel transformed Minecraft from a game you play into a platform you play on. It proved that the only real limits in this blocky world are the imagination and skill of its creators. It took a simple sandbox and packed it with endless competition, creativity, and community. So, the story of Hypixel is a tale of accidental genius. What started as a simple waiting room for something else entirely became a global main event. It proved that with enough passion and innovation, a server could be more than just a server. It could become a platform, a community, and a true legend. It is, without a doubt, the server that changed everything. Hey, if you like this video, think about subscribing for more stories from Minecraft history, and drop a comment below. What was the first Hypixel game you ever played?